But that's it. If you find that, oh, I love base building, then of course that's what you do. I couldn't say anything about doing anything else. It is always important that you play kind of the game you like. So I'm out of carbon. I knew it. Okay. So carbon is on most planets. I made the mistake and said on all planets, but I had a moment of, well, what we in Britain call shit to the brain, because I built a base on a planet which actually didn't have carbon. So I could not build it out of timber, as I normally do. So I had to make it out of stone, of course. There is alternatives, and that's fine. As Wicked said earlier, there is many ways to skin a gig. But always make sure you scan things before you you mine them, because if they have two types of resources in them, you would only get the primary one if you don't scan them. So this one was ferrite dust and chromatic metal. If I hadn't scanned it, I would not have gotten the chromatic metal. Here, if I hadn't scanned it, I would only get carbon, no oxygen. So always scan things before you actually mine them. Of course you don't have to, but then you will miss out on resources, and you don't want to do that. That is absolutely not smart. So, as always, if you have questions, feel free to ask. Whether you're a new or old veteran, sometimes you can learn something new even though you weren't aware you could. So I needed carbon to that. And of course we need some roofing on our house as well. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have enough to put these on. I like them. because that makes your base much more light. So that looks fine. I just have to connect a couple of things and clean up a little bit, because these are now standing in the middle. So let's put them over on the wall and let them face the right way. It doesn't really matter, but I like my aesthetics. So even if you misplace something, you can move it around. And it's actually quite simple. You just go into the build menu, and on PC you press C, and then you can actually, that's the same you would use if you want to delete a part. So you would edit it, then you would pick it up, and then you would, okay, I took that, then you would press X over it, then it is deleted. I'm not going to do that, but yeah, I think you get the gist. So I need this, because I actually did delete that. So this looks a little bit bigger and lighter, and now I at least have a view. Oh, the purple fields of home. And on purpose, I didn't actually put windows to look at that monstrosity. So what I will do, if I hadn't put my ship there, well, actually I don't have to go to it, because I can just, oh yeah, salt I don't need to carry around with me. These I would like to carry around. These are safe for now. Actually, these are useless. I can use them to call my ship. Well, maybe. What do we have here we don't want to carry around? These. That one I don't need right now. Salt I already put aside. Gold and silver. I can get them later if I need them. So I cleaned up a little bit, and I'm not, well, I can show that I actually have another ship. Everything which is red need to be repaired. So chromatic metal, more chromatic metal. So at least now the shield is repaired, the gun, pure ferrite and sodium nitrate. Certain things I can do. That cannot be repaired, but that is okay for now. Magnetized, platinum, I don't think I have any in stock. Paraffinium, it takes a lot of paraffinium. Magnetized ferrite, chromatic metal and gold. I just put the gold away. Chromatic metal, so you can see where it's going. There's certain things you need a lot of oxygen and dioxide. I need to find dioxide on cold planets. Pure ferrite gold, chromatic metal, and so on. And repairing ships can take short or long depending on what you actually choose. You could go out and try to get everything, but I'm actually not in a rush. I could make some more chromatic metal if I want to. Actually, I think I want to. I just realized something here. It's a good idea to put a step just out, a floorboard just outside your door. It doesn't have to be full size. But I don't have the small ones at this point, so yeah, that looks actually fine. So I could make some more chromatic metal and then just make sure I pick up more copper when I'm out and about. That kind of makes sense anyway, so yeah. So this, the only way you can get other ships in abandoned mode is actually finding crashed ships and repair them. Apart from the Corvette, which you can build. I just realized something because I also needed some sodium nitrate, so just refine some sodium as well. It's all about just getting things. So a lot of things can be refined, and don't be scared of experimenting. Very often you will see value increase if you refine them. So one of these is worth 82 units, and one of these is 41. Just bear in mind you need 2 of these to make 1 of these. So the value is actually the same. 41 and 41. Well, 82, but that's 2 times 41. But sometimes you need something. If you take, let's say, ferrite dust, that has a value of 14 units. You need a lot to actually, but that goes 1 to 1. So here you double the value by making it pure ferrite. And yeah, you use carbon to do it, but you don't have to. Down the line you get the chemical refiners, which is actually free to use. But anything where it refines 1 to 1 and become more valuable, well, if you really need to make money and start selling it, then yeah. So pure ferrite becomes magnetized ferrite, but now it's 2 for 1, and the price is 82, and these are 28. So that would be 56. So it's still becoming more valuable. Does it make sense whatsoever? I have to make some of this as well because that is needed. So another thing I need, but then I actually need to go over here, see if I can get it through the wall. No, I can't. Sometimes you can get your things through the wall, but my ship is in the way. A couple of things. I used all I needed of that, so let me take that away. I need some gold. Platinum I don't have a lot of, so that have to wait. Just spread it out so I have an idea what I'm actually having. Okay. Might be no. Oh. See, I can use that, or I can use oxygen. I have plenty of oxygen right now, so just use a little bit of that. That's actually fine. So let's do a little bit more repair. No, I had an idea. So if salt turns into chlorine, 2 salt becomes 1 chlorine. That's actually been a good way of making money. Salt is 101 units each, so that can actually be a little bit valuable. The chlorine is 205, so you get a little bit more. But now it gets interesting, because first of all I'm going to put oxygen together with it. So now it gets complicated, but 2 salt and 2 oxygen become 5 chlorine. So I make it much more valuable now. And now I put the chlorine there. So 1 chlorine and 2 oxygen makes 6 chlorine. So that's a way you can really boost your materials. And then you can say, why do we want to use your oxygen on that? Well, oxygen is quite easy to actually get. Just run around, kill hazardous flora. But this suddenly is 76,000 units, so I would say that it's a way of making money if you don't know how to do that, and you really need. So let's see. That needed microprocessor, which I have in the sodium nitrate, so that is repaired. I'm not going to repair it today, now anyway, but this one is almost useless. But until I get something better, then it will do. So now I have some of the things I need. I got the chlorine, but I don't have the magnesium. I didn't make enough of that, so that's platinum. Pugnium, I need to kill some. Let's just put on what we have. Repairs can be a slow process, I will say that, because you need, for instance, a lot of wiring looms, and I'm not buying them at too high a price. Well, at least I'm getting some space up here, that's good. Chlorine. Still have gold, so that's... Now I ran out of gold. Pugnium. Oxygen, I don't put that on until I have both. No reason for that. Activated copper, I have to find that on a planet. Again, that's something which is very much used with repairs. These as visits to hot planets, I haven't really done that yet. So let's empty out what we don't need to bring with us. I'm not going to sell the chlorine. I might at some point, if I have so much that I feel that is the only option, but until that we are good. So we need to change the ship. Because you don't really want to fly around in a broken ship. It is way too risky if you get attacked. Which you shouldn't really be on abandoned mode, but in general. So previous, that was where we were. I find it good to actually go back and then kind of continue where you were. This, yeah, okay, now that was the one I went to. So I will say the base that I have made here in Euclid, that will stick. When I get to the next galaxy, I will try to find a proper planet and build a way better base than I got here. So, and if you notice, I go towards the center of the galaxy because that is kind of where you want to end up. Okay. I have to use this now. They want me to go there, so I will. So it's not about how fast you can get to the center. That's there are some people playing like that. They are called galaxy jumpers, and it is one way of playing. See how far you can get. I have done that sometimes, but I do try to travel somewhat through the galaxies, looking at them, exploring planets here and there, doing different things. But in normal play, you tend to find Euclid, where you start, is a little bit overcrowded sometimes. And you can see it, it's very rare you find systems where you're the first one to get to. The further away from Euclid you come, the more you will actually find. And 15. So we take another one up here. Another multi-tool slot. Polyfiber fiber, and that is something for the game way further out. It's not for the start game. But it's good to make money on, I would say. So, I want to sell, but not below the price, 262.22. $261, so I'm not selling that. That is a little bit more valuable than the average price, so that is fine. So I can see there's boxes in there, but I can't get to them. So let's see what's in this system. Anything interesting? We still have the fish, but that's okay. The thing is, there's no rush selling things. At least as long as you have slots that's free and so on. Erupting planet. I actually need pyrite, but not sure I want to go for that yet. There's activated copper. So maybe I should pick some of these things up. There's pyrite as well. There's a bleak planet. And I want to... So let's land up here. Actually, no. Let's go and get some activated copper first. It is stormy weather here. Oh dear. Well, that's nice.
Extreme night radiation detected.
That's not nice. Well, so I don't have a lot of protection, so that is for sure. So I have to be a little bit careful. So these go down there, they are not for selling. Yeah. Well, I probably can't run around very long, but if I'm lucky, that is not what I was looking for. No.
Radiation detection. Falling.
There's a building, so that is activated copper. So let's see how long we can survive. It's going down very quickly. So this is condensed carbon, so it's carbon times 2 in essence, and they do pretty much the same as many types of carbon would, many times carbon would do for you. So yeah, I am very aware of that. I can make sure I can keep it up at least to a certain degree. But it goes fast. It is very radiated here. And if you're not prepared for that, you might bring yourself into trouble. Just saying.
Technology recharge.
Always be prepared if you can. People who are not prepared die.
Radiation protection. Falling.
And if you want to comply to the community here, if you die, you have to play a whole day dressed as a pink pig.
Radiation protection. Falling. Units received.
I have done that, Welsh Tiger have done that.
Units received. Units received. Radiation protection. Falling. Technology recharge. Radiation protection. Falling.
And it is like that. It's all in good fun.
Extreme radiation detected.
So if you notice, my
Radiation protection. Falling.
protection bar is going down quickly, and that is one you really need to keep an eye on. Not only the life support one, but also the protection one. And the thing is, don't ever let it hit zero. If you hit zero, you start taking damage. And when you start taking damage, it's going to go fast, very fast. So, just saying. So I got activated copper. It's, to my knowledge, only used to repair ships. However, if you refine it, it is a little bit better than normal copper, because that would be 2 copper to 1 chromatic metal. Here is 1 to 1. So it's a little bit better, but that's the only thing I can think of where it's actually useful. Yeah. Why would I do that when I have absolutely none of the resources for it? That is just being silly, isn't it? So, I got the activated copper. The other planet, was that the one? Well, it won't tell me when I'm so far down. I think it was. Oh, that one. Let's go towards that first and see. No, that was not even scanned. No, that was not the one with pyrite. That one is erupting. There's too many dangers to I want to actually play around on that. It was this one. bleak planet. See if I can find some pyrite, then I have some more to repair with. And I'm literally just stocking up on the resources I know I'm going to need for the repair, because I saw them around. It's not like I decided to, okay, I will go and pick it up. That was so this is warm, very warm. Something with a landing pad. No idea what it is, but it's very warm here, so there's a storm going on, I think. Looking at the tree, it must be a storm. And what I often do is I just wait it out, because again, the storm can kill you. The storm might pull you up in the air and chuck you down on the ground. Might not be as bad if you play on normal, but for us playing on higher levels, ground impact is very, very harsh to us. So it would hurt, and it would hurt badly. And remember, I'm all alone in the universe, so I can't go find a medic because there ain't none. Oh well. Oh, it's a volatile. Oh, that is. Yeah, that's not good. Jesus, why did I go out in that? And then I will run into a burning house. That is absolutely. Yeah, I am aware of that. Let's get out of there. Don't stand in the fire. So I could go down in the cave there is here as well. That would mitigate the temperature. However, be careful with these guys. They are not very nice. But if you farm them, they will give you sodium or oxygen. And in the start game, that can actually be a real game changer. because that is what you need when you start running around. And I would say you also need cobalt. That's why I always say go for a cave. Farm some cobalt. Remember to scan first if you can, because then you get most of the time something else with it. It might or might not be useful, but everything which is free is actually good. Oh, sorry. Jesus. In caves you might also find these humming sacks. They hold things like albumin pearl. They are not very valuable, but they might give you a little bit of money in the start game. Yeah, that was 3 and I have taken 3, so that is absolutely fine. So why do you need the cobalt? Because when you combine cobalt with ferrite dust, you can make these iron batteries. So it's only 10 cobalt and 5 ferrite dust make one iron battery, and that is what we need to put on this when it comes down to fill it up. So that is another lifesaver. I can only say that Buck. It is very important that you get to learn all these survival trick in the beginning, because that is where it make or break the start of the game. Well, so I don't actually really need anything else down here, but just to illustrate that that's what you can do. Oh, there's another building up there. Okay. That looks like a transmission tower. That could be interesting. Oh, I forgot something. Always do these save and charge. It might not sound of a lot, but you actually get nanites out of doing it. And that I will say is the important thing. Nanites is very, very important for your kind of game plan. See, I have them sitting on it. It's kind of a secondary what is it called, secondary economy, coinage, money. Even though it's explained differently in the game, but it is basically money. So where was that building? Someone turned off the light. So I could see it from where I was. All that yellow down there is sodium. Worst part is I was looking for the landing pad, but I suddenly couldn't see that. Oh well. That's actually fine. So we're going to investigate what that is. If we are lucky, it can show us to a crashed ship. Well, as said, we have to be lucky. And the good thing in No Man's Sky is we all get a little bit of luck from time to time, so it's not what? Why can I not pick that up? The one wasting my time. Or am I? Yeah. I'm standing in the fire again. I was explaining about taking those save and chart ones. And the thing is, the reason you want to do it is that it gives extra nanites when you do it. Not directly, but indirectly. So you need to do something actively to actually get those nanites. Let me go into the building, then I will show you. So, this one I wanted. You see, these can be uploaded and rename and upload, but I don't want to rename them. And when I do, I get 3 nanites. That might not be a lot, but when you from time to time upload all the things you have scanned and found and thing, it actually runs out. Say I got 404 for not many hours of scanning around, so yeah. But it gives you a good foundation. This looks like something from another game, but yeah. An automated plea from help. I'm not going to tell anyone how I solved these. Unless you come and ask. I actually just saw there was another building which is a minor settlement. Thing is, it's all about using your eyes. The more you use your eyes, the more you see. The more you see, the better results you get. Don't be afraid of
Panel protection 40.
don't be afraid of actually exploring things. Something down there as well. Well, it's not buildings I'm looking for anyway, so when it's far away, I always go out to space and then use my pulse engine to go down again, because that saves a lot of time. And don't get me wrong, you could choose to fly across the planet for 4 hours, or how long it would take. This is a hauler. So that would be another ship to repair, I would guess. So I got some technology for free, that's good. Normally I would have to use nanites to get that, so I'm quite happy to get things for free. Everything for free is a win. Chuck certain things over. Will do for now. What is this? It's a C-class, but it's free. I will claim it. It's a hauler, so it's actually kind of more valuable than can't see that now, so that's but one thing with haulers is they have a lot of slots, so they are actually useful to have. I normally have one which is filled up with building materials, so when I want to build a base, I just call that into the base and build. So I need to repair that one and that one so I can call it. And that's the same repair as you do in the beginning of the game when you fixes your own ship. Oh, that's the wrong one I picked. Hi girl. Good job. So I need to make one of those pads. And I'm going to refine it even though it takes longer time. Well, I want to save my resources as much as I can.